Hey everybody, good to see you guys again. Today we're going to be talking about 3 ways that AI can help you coaches better understand your ideal target market. So if that sounds of interest, guys, buckle up, grab a pen and paper, a Google Doc, something to jot some notes down because I'm going to show you guys some pretty cool stuff. If you guys are jumping on with me live, guys, give me a hashtag live. If you guys are jumping on with me after the fact, give me a hashtag replay. Let me know if you coaches can hear me loud and clear. I want to make sure everybody gets this good, this good info, the kind of information, guys, that can start to change your coaching game or and just level you up on a totally different level. So I want to make sure you guys get this. Let me know as well, everybody, where you guys are coming from in the world. I know we have a very international crew. We got people in the States, people in Europe, people in Australia, even though it's in the middle of the night, guys. So let me know if you guys can hear me loud and clear, and we'll jump into today's topic. All right. So let's talk about how AI can help you coaches better understand your ideal coaching client, or your ideal client avatar, however you want to say this, everybody. This is one of those things that I feel like a lot of coaches, especially when they're first getting started with coaching, they struggle with. They're not really sure who their ideal client is. And even once you start coaching, honestly, that ideal client evolves and changes over time. So, as an experienced coach, you're going to be reevaluating this over and over again. So this is one of those um, basic coaching basics that is really important, especially when it comes to sales and marketing. Because if you're not really sure who your ideal client is, you're going to really struggle with knowing who to speak to. You're going to struggle in your messaging, and it's going to be really hard for you to get clients because nothing is really tailored to that specific person. So that's why we're going to be talking about how you coaches can use AI to level up your understanding of who that person is. All right, guys. Also, on a personal note, um, really quick, guys, the new AI for Coaches membership that just recently launched is off to a great start. We're just getting the ball running, and I am super excited for all our founding members that have joined us on the ground floor, and really looking forward to diving in with you guys here over the next few days. But I just want to let everybody know that has been kind of following me along in this journey. The AI for Coaches membership is off to a great start. It is currently closed now for the moment, but we will reopen it in the near future. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick super mini update on that. All right, let's get into our topic at hand, everybody. So I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to be talking about how, in this case, Chat GPT, the the fastest growing app in the world, can help you level up your understanding of your ideal client, right? I'm going to show you 3 different examples of what this can look like. And if you're interested in learning how I did this with prompts and this kind of thing, then feel free to join the membership to get all those behind the scenes deets. But let's jump into it, guys. All right. All right, I want to zoom in here, everybody. So let me know if you guys can see this. Let me know if you can't see this, because I want to make sure that this makes sense to everybody. All right. So there's a couple different levels of how ChatGPT can help us coaches understand our ideal clients. Some of us coaches have been coaching for a little bit, and they kind of already know who we kind of already know who our ideal clients are. It's just more a matter of pulling the answers to these questions out of us, right? So that's one category of coach. The coach that kind of already knows, they just don't have it on paper. They don't have it condensed and ready to present. And then you have another coach that is just kind of starting, and they're really not sure, right? So they're just starting their journey of exploration, and there's something else we can do for that person as well. So this first example, everybody, is for people that kind of have an idea who their ideal client is. They just need to pull it out of them. So they need essentially another coach or somebody to ask them questions in order to pull the answers out of them, right? So one thing that you coaches can do is you can ask ChatGPT, hey, ChatGPT, what type of questions would you need to get answered in order to have a very detailed understanding of your ideal client avatar, right? That's a term they use in the industry. Basically, if you're going to describe your perfect person, what would that look like? And so ChatGPT can actually give you a series of questions in order to answer this question, right, for yourself, right? So this is for a person that kind of already understands intuitively a little bit who they like to work with, who works best with their program, this kind of thing. Anyway, so it's going to give you a bunch of questions, right? Demographic questions, psychographic questions, pain points and challenges, this kind of thing, preferences, right? It's just going to give you questions to answer, right? This is the type of thing that a messaging coach might do for you or with you, right? They might ask you a series of questions that's going to help you articulate the things that you already know. You just don't have it on paper. You just don't have it in, one single spot. Give me a 1, guys, in the comments if that makes sense, right? So ChatGPT, first, if you ask it the right things, and once again, guys, a lot of the results that you get in ChatGPT are dependent on the prompts or the requests that you ask of it. So learning how to become a good prompter or learning how to talk to ChatGPT can really help you improve the quality of your results, right? That's one of those things people run into a lot of times in the beginning is they don't really know how to talk to this thing. And so they get so results or not great results. But when you learn how to talk to it in an effective manner, you can get some really good output. All right, so it's going to give you some questions, guys. This is one way of pulling the answer out of yourself. And I want to show you guys what you can do with this. So if you kind of know who your ideal client is, right, you're going to go through, you're going to answer these questions. Here we go. Let me see. All right, so once you answer these questions, guys, ChatGPT is really good at giving you a summary of the answers that you gave it, right? So once you give it the answers to the question, it will write you a nice, tight paragraph of, all right, this is your ICA, Tate, based on the information that you provided me from these questions that I gave you, right? So this is the first useful thing that ChatGPT is going to give me. It's going to give me a nice tight paragraph of all the information condensed into a single paragraph, right? So that's the first kind of cool thing. And honestly, the value of this is the questions themselves, right? Most people don't know what questions to ask themselves in order to get this answer. And so simply by asking ChatGPT for the questions, it's going to give you the questions that maybe a messaging coach would have given you before, and you can answer those. It'll summarize your answers into a nice paragraph. This is where you can literally copy this into a Google Doc, and you have a nice tight summary of your ICA, right? So that's cool thing number 1 that you can do with ChatGPT. The next very cool thing you can do with ChatGPT is you can take this summary of your ICA and you can ask ChatGPT to create a fictional story around this ideal client avatar of yours, right? And so ChatGPT will literally create a fictional story. It's not too long, but something like this. You can make it longer. You can make it more detailed if you want, but it's going to come up with literally a fictional story based on your ICA. And the value, everybody, of doing something like this is that, the power of an ICA is when you're writing your content in your social, for your social media or for your emails, you essentially are writing to this fictional person, to this ideal client, right? And so This ideal client is kind of like your North Star. It's going to help focus all your words and your messaging to speak just to this person. And so if you can create a story, guys, a fictional story of, a story about a real person, a fictional person, but in story form, this can be very valuable in terms of helping you think about, okay, this isn't just a list of facts. This is a person in a real world that I can help, right? And I'm going to write this email as if I am talking to this person. So I hope this makes sense, guys. This is a little bit nuanced, a little higher level here. But if you have an actual story, which is something that messaging coaches or people working on messaging will teach you, is they will actually have you write out the details of your ICA and then create a fictional story of this ICA so that when you create content, you're creating it for that person. The awesome part about this, guys, is ChatGPT will just create this story for you, right? It'll take it 30 seconds, maybe less, and you have a story based on your ideal client that you can write your content to. Give me a 2, everybody, in the comments if this makes sense. If the power and the time-saving power of this exercise and just the ability, to save you time, to create a story that may have not existed before because you thought it was too much work or you didn't know how to do it. It'll just do it for you if you ask it, right? Once again, you kind of have to ask it the right things. You kind of got to think about asking it the right things, which most of us aren't used to, having such a powerful assistant. But it's there, and I encourage you guys to try this out. All right, so that's the second thing, everybody. So the first thing is it will ask you the right questions that will help you answer this question for yourself. It will create a summary, a nice tight summary that you can take with you wherever you're at and just use this information moving forward as for your coaching business. The second very cool thing it will do is create a very plausible fictional story describing this person in the real world. And you can use this to guide your content. So when you're writing your emails, you're writing it to this person. When you're writing your social media posts, you're writing it to this fictional person. In this case, Caroline is, who lives in, a bustling urban neighborhood in New York City. She's 42 years old. She has kids, the whole thing, right? Anyway, so that's cool thing number 2 that ChatGPT can do for you very quickly, very fast. All right, we're going to change gears here, everybody. I can zoom out here. I want to show you guys another photo. So this is something that I recently did real quick for one of our AI for Coaches members for them, and we're actually releasing a video on how to do this week in the membership. But essentially, he was looking to better understand his ideal clients' fears, frustrations, wants, needs, this kind of thing at a deeper level, right? Now, this is the type of thing that can be great for people who don't really understand their ideal client at a super deep level yet, or if they're trying to get additional ideas beyond the things that they already know about their ideal clients, right? So what you can do here, everybody, is you can essentially ask ChatGPT to create a table like this right here, everybody, a table with rows addressing different things, so right here we have fears, frustrations, wants. I want you guys to see this. Let me know if you guys can see this. Wants, needs, desires, challenges, things that they're missing out on because of their challenges. And the idea, guys, is if you set the prompt up correctly, once again, guys, the key to awesome results with ChatGPT are the prompts, the things you ask of the AI itself, and it will give you things like this, right? So one of the things that these AI systems, at least right now, are really good at doing are generating ideas, essentially brainstorming possibilities with you as a partner in your business, right? So the more detail you give it, the better. But what it can do is it will generate possible challenges that that client has, right? So in this case, I put in, so he helps female entrepreneurs overcome certain things, right? And so ChatGPT created a whole table in, a minute or two of possible fears, frustrations, wants, challenges that he can speak to in his marketing. I hope you guys see the power of this and how insane this is, that simply by asking it the right thing and giving it the right information, who do you serve? How do you serve them? ChatGPT will come back with a beautiful table of potential pain points, right? And then you can use these pain points, everybody, to speak to them on your sales page, in your landing pages, in your emails, all this stuff, right? Give me a 3, guys, in the comments if you see the power of having a digital assistant do this kind of thing in a minute or 30 seconds, right? This is extremely powerful, right? Now, in this case, I asked it for 5 different things in each category. I could have very easily asked it for 10 different things or 20 different things, right? And so, this person is going to have a list of potential pain points that he can speak to in his marketing moving forward. All right, guys. So those are the 3 examples. Quick review, if I can get to here. ChatGPT is great at asking questions in order to pull the things we already know out of you and turn them into wonderful, quick summaries of who our ideal clients are. It is great at creating fictional stories about your ideal clients in the real world based on the information that it just learned right here from the questions you answered. And thirdly, if you need to either understand your ideal client better, or if you're starting from scratch in a new field and you need to get the ball moving, ChatGPT will create something like this, a beautiful table of potential pain points for your very specific client, right? All right, guys. So these are 3 things, 3 ways that AI, or in this case, ChatGPT, can help you coaches understand your ideal clients better, especially if you ask it the right things, right? That's the key, right? The right prompts are the keys to getting great results with these AI systems currently. All right, guys. So those are 3 examples of how AI can help you coaches understand your ideal clients better. I've included a link in the description of this video to the AI for Coaches membership, which we just started last week, and we're getting the ball running. But if you guys liked what we talked about and want to see the prompts that I use to get these results, watch how I did these things in detail, feel free to join the waitlist so that when we open it next time, you can jump on in, join the crew over here. And thank you, coaches, for hanging out. Hit me up in the comments, in the DMs, if you have other questions, and I will see you in the group, or I'll see you next week, guys. Thanks again. Bye for now.